For the last 5 years, the Duke University Superfund Research Center has partnered with North Carolina State Extension to do research on the types of contaminants that are in soils in North Carolina and the types of exposures that people might have in the gardens. We've also really been focused strongly in our research on understanding how people can reduce exposure to chemical contaminants if they are in garden soils.
Sources of soil contaminants are industries, air pollution, some sources that can be local to gardens, products that are used in the garden or materials that are used in the garden. There may also be roadways nearby that vehicle exhaust over many years can contribute to soil contamination. Lead is a soil contaminant that can come from gasoline that's been burned over time, and so leaded gasoline goes into the air and lands on the soil. Lead is also present in water. It's present in drinking water in some places, and it can be present in well water. Lead is also of concern because it's in older paints that were used to paint houses, and so soil around the foundation of houses might have relatively high levels of lead. Arsenic is naturally occurring, so it can be in soils at relatively high levels depending on where you are. Arsenic is also found in well water and drinking water. Sometimes it can be at high levels, but typically it's at low levels. We can also find arsenic coming into the garden from pesticides or fertilizers that are used. The fertilizer would be a result of arsenic being used in poultry feed, and so then if you're using poultry manure, it can come into the garden that way. Chromium can get into the garden from industrial sources, and so that can be if your lot is near a former industrial site, or if there is air pollution that's creating chromium getting into the soil on the site. Chromium was also used in treated wood for years, and if there's treated wood on site, the chromated copper arsenate, which is the wood preservative, can also contribute some chromium to soil. Polycyclic aromatic hydrocarbons are a really common pollutant in the urban environment. They're also used in treated wood in the form of railroad ties, and so the tar that's used to treat railroad ties and telephone poles contains PAHs.
If you want to understand what kind of chemical contaminants might be in your soil, there's a couple different ways you can do that. You can visit our website, which is Check Your Dirt NC, and that will take you through some questions that will help you then identify what kind of contaminants might be in your soil, and also what you might want to test for. And then you can also just send your sample of your soil off to a lab for testing. And you can also see our website if you want more information about how to interpret the test results once you get them back.